Yeah.
Feo.
Wow. Welcome back, bitches, to Que Chicana. If you guys are new here, hi. I'm Que Chicana. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button if you like Daddy Yankee or if you like Nati Natasha. Either one of those, just go ahead and hit that like button. If you have any other suggestions from either or of those artists, or any other artist really that is Latin or Latin influenced or anything, go ahead and comment down below. And today we're going to be reacting to a song called Buena Vida. Oh, why does it say banda sonora? Oh boy.
Maybe it's part of his album or something.
Maybe. I'm kind of nervous because like banda music, I don't really like it. Like, anyway, yeah, so we're gonna be reacting to Buena Vida by Daddy Yankee and Nati Natasha. I'm kind of nervous because, like I said, I don't like banda music. Banda music is a type of music that originates from Mexico. Usually the northern states closest to us, like to the US, that's kind of where it originated from. I'm not a big fan. I hate it, actually. It's like not my favorite music. Every time I hear it, it's like but I'm gonna see what that's about.
I like the song.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll see what it is. And hopefully maybe this will be the one song that I like of this genre. Then again, it has Daddy Yankee and Nati Natasha, and so I wouldn't give it. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna react into that, and yeah, let's get this thing started. Damn, she has big ass lips, man. Sorry. Oh, a girl pilot. Okay. I like this. I like the rhythm already. It's not reggaeton for sure. I love her voice. Drug cartels? Okay, well. Oh yeah, she definitely has that tone of like the banda, or like more like mariachi. If she's the drug lord, I swear to God, that'll be so cool. It's like creepy. I know that actress. She's a novela actress.
Maybe it's for a novela.
Who's that by? Huh. Is that? Oh my God, is this a song for a novela?
I just said that, but I guess yeah, they asked for the song.
Yeah, it did.
I said maybe it's for the novela or movie.
I think so. Okay, so here's where like this is the type of songs that are gonna make me rant on for 30 minutes. When you start getting into Latin music, there's some music that are categorized as certain influence. Growing up, reggaeton was frowned upon for me because it used to talk about sex and it used to talk about gangsters and drugs, and reggaeton was really belonged to it was kind of like our Latin version of rap. Banda is associated with narcos. Nowadays, when someone listens to banda, they're immediately associated with narcos because that's as my mom says, banda is what narcos listen to. That's their favorite type of music. Most bandas that sing that kind of music are associated with those narcos because they're funded by them. That's why a lot of them die or get shot. You hear a lot of like one of the most famous banda singers was Chalino Sanchez. He was killed by narcos because he was involved with them. That's basically where he got most of his money for his career. He was still a famous, and he was really good banda singer. He was very famous. He's still very famous. He's part of history. But that's kind of who he was associated with. Mm-hmm. I don't know how I feel about this. I like the rhythm. It's a good song. It's a really good song. It's just very strange to me because it's dealing obviously with the Mexican cartels. That's what it's saying. Mm-hmm. But it's Nati Natasha and Daddy Yankee. And Daddy Yankee is Puerto Rican and Nati Natasha is Dominican. But it's funny because there's a line in there that I really liked that he was just like, oh, I have girls and I have planes. I have money and I have mariachis. Everybody knows that mariachi is the music that represents Mexican culture. Mm-hmm. When you think of mariachi, you think of Mexican culture. That's the thing that a lot of parents and older people kind of try to disassociate younger people from listening to these types of songs because what's the word? They romanticize narcos. Shows like Narcos, or things that documentaries on El Chapo and everything romanticize narcos. And they shouldn't be romanticized. They really shouldn't. But I recently saw this vlog about three Americans, non-Latins visiting Guadalajara. And they explained it so well. This is why when you're too close to a culture, you can't really see it. You have to hear it from an outside culture because they're the ones looking third person in. Narcos are really bad. Yes, the drug war is really bad, and from our side, whenever we see it on the news and everything, we automatically think, well, Mexico is oh my God, so dangerous because it's run by narcos and the government is corrupt and everything. And it's true, yes, they are corrupt. Unfortunately, it's a country that's been beaten down and consumed with corruption, and their economy is really, really bad. Hence why they want to run over here and they want a better life here, because no matter what fucking president we have, we're always going to have it better. We're very, very lucky to be American citizens. It's something that you can't avoid. But it's very different when you go to Mexico because you see it differently. There's hospitals and orphanages and companies that are supported by narcos. It's this really big conundrum because they're the reason why there's so many deaths and there's so much turmoil in Mexico, yet they're the main providers for hospitals and poverty, and they give back to their community, mm-hmm. which is so strange to me. but it's how it is. And some people even praise them for doing that. The poor, especially, you know, the people that don't have much, they're the ones that, like, they give back to. It's really weird because when you talk to a narco, when you talk to a drug lord, one of the big things that you go to Mexico, the main religion there is like Catholicism. Like, they're very religious over there. So whenever you talk to them, they're like, well, no, I never killed anybody. I sent somebody to kill somebody. Like, you know what I mean? And they still have guilt about it. So that's why they give back to their community. It's so weird. It's so weird. And, like, it's a very tricky thing to talk about because, like I said, these kind of songs, like, romanticize the drug cartels in Mexico, and they, like, you know, like, the whole, like, drug war and everything, because it's really, like, it's really bad, and we do need to fix it. But they're still romanticizing it. Like, they're, you know, so this kind of song is, like, it's really good, and it's, like, for a novela and whatever, but at the same time, like, you see, like, it's Daddy Yankee with chains, and he's really fly, and she's on a plane and whatever, but what's the content behind it? Like, they're talking about how good of a life narcos have. They have a lot of money, and the one line in the whole song is, aunque me cueste la vida, yo voy a tener buena vida. Like, I'm gonna have a good life even if it costs me my life. That's the mentality of a narco. Like, you know, so it's very strange. Like, the song is very, very, like, the music video rather is really strange. The lyrics are very strange, but at the same time, it's a good song. And it might be just for a novela, but, like, at the same time, you're just like, well, fuck. Like, they're talking about how good of a life narcos have and, like, whatever. And they're probably right because they're fucking, like, loaded and shit. But at the same time, it's like, well, they're bad people. Like, you know? They're the reason why a lot of people get murdered and, you know, all this stuff. It's very, very strange. But one of the things that I also learned from that vlog that I saw, it's true. We're fighting the wrong war. We're fighting the war to keep drugs out. But the one thing that a Mexican citizen said, put it into perspective for these 3 Americans and put it into perspective for me, is as long as there's demand, there will always be supply. Your war shouldn't be on the suppliers. Your war should be on the demand. Because the only reason why there's drug lords, and the only reason why there's narcos, and the only reason why there's these cartels is because people want this. People want the drugs. People are demanding the drugs. So if you're not fixing the problem of people wanting the drugs, you're never going to fix the narcos and the drug war and everything. Because as long as there's demand, there's always going to be supply. There's the reason why they're suppliers. Why do you think they're, like, people are not finding, like, why do you think people are not drug dealing marijuana anymore? Or weed? Because it's legal. You don't need to, like, go to a fucking drug dealer and get, like, weed anymore. You could just go to a shop and buy it, and no one will arrest you or anything. You just have to wait until you're 21, yeah. What about if we did that with cocaine, or, like, with heroin, or, like, things like that? The only reason why there's supply, like I said, there's demand. Yeah. People want it. That's why there's suppliers. That's why there's illegal suppliers. I'm not saying to fucking, like, legalize cocaine or heroin or anything, because that shit's bad. Speaking of, sorry, Demi. Like, oh, too soon. But what I'm saying is that that's the problem, is that people are attacking people are going about this the wrong way, especially here in the U.S. We're criminalizing Mexicans, and we're criminalizing Latin Americans because they're just like, well, they're bringing in drugs. They're bringing in drugs because you want the drugs. Like, there's so many Americans that are so addicted to this stuff. That's why they're supplying it to us. That's why there's the whole reason why there's this whole, like, illegal drug system is because someone wanted it. Like, someone needs it. Someone still needs it. It's not that they need it, it's that they want it. Like, they're addicted to it. So that's kind of the whole point. Like, you know, believe it or not, when weed was still illegal here, if you bought weed from a drug dealer, you were, whether or not you thought, like, oh yeah, the drug war is bad, whatever, you still contributed to it because you bought illegally. Like, you bought it from a drug dealer. Where do you think that drug dealer got it from? From the cartels. Like, where do you think it came from? You know? I don't know why we just started talking about narcos, but you know what? The song's about narcos. Like, so this is what I'm talking about. The whole point is that it's a good song, but, like, it's this kind of, like, I have this kind of conflicting feeling about it because I like it, but at the same time, it's like romanticizing shit that you're not supposed to romanticize. Like, ew. That's why I don't watch Narcos. That's why I don't watch like documentaries on El Chapo or fuck, what's the other one? He's a really big drug lord.
I would know.
Damn it. You know, I'll figure it out, but whatever. There's a show about him, Pablo something. Pablo Escobar. Like, people romanticize Pablo Escobar. He's a fucking legend where he comes from. And it's things like that I'm like, ooh, like you're kind of iffy about, but it's like I said, life is not black and white, bro. Like, it's never black and white, even for narcos. Like, they're bad, yeah, they kill people, but at the same time, when you step yourself in their shoes and like what they had to go through, half of the narcos that you see came from poverty. That's why there's this like saying in Colombia, which is where Pablo Escobar is from, where they're like, you come from a different, like, you will never understand. Like, if you talk to a narco, you're like someone like us that is very lucky and very privileged, you know, that we grew up in a good life. We didn't have to suffer through hunger or anything. He said, you will never understand why I do what I do, because you have the option to eat every day, or you had the option to get a job and everything. It was like, in my life growing up, drugs and guns and everything was the only way out. It's the only thing I ever knew. So here, sometimes that's our only route, and that's everything. Like, that's all we ever knew. So I'm just like, fuck, like, you know. So it's a very non-black and white subject. You know, you can stand differently on what it is, but you know. But my stance will always be, I don't like banda. Like, I don't like banda. I never will like banda. This song wasn't banda. It was not reggaeton either, which was, I don't know. I do not know. That's why I liked it, because the rhythm in the beginning was so different. That's why I was like, what is this? And then when the song kept going, I was like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. Like, but I like it. I don't know what it is though. Like, I don't know what, it's a mixture of a lot of different sounds, and it's so weird. But it's good. It's good. It's very hard to understand Daddy Yankee at first, so you're just like, wait, slow down. You know, but that's just his thing. That's his thing. So it's gonna be interesting. Maybe we should just research like what novela it's from, because I told you that when I was watching the scenes, like when they were doing that, I was like, oh yeah, like, I know her. She's an actress from a novela. I'm guessing the scenes that we were seeing.
Canción official de La Pilot 2.
La Piloto. That's why the scenes that we were seeing, like, of them, like, with the guns and the cartels and everything, was from the novela. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So this is the official opening to a novela called La Piloto, but from like the second season. Like, it's the second season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the scenes that we were seeing, like, apart from like Daddy Yankee and Natasha, were from the novela. That makes a lot more sense. But yeah, that was my whole rant on Narcos and shit. This is what I love about it, is that you never know where this is gonna go. It's kind of great. But yeah, final verdict, I like the song. I really do. So I hope you enjoy my rant and you're able to sit through the whole thing. I'm sorry, but I just needed to I feel like it needed to be said. That's just my opinion on everything that's going on. But yeah, please go and check out Buena Vida by Natasha and Daddy Yankee. If you want to check out the novela, La Piloto, I've never seen it. So yeah, go and check it out, I guess. And I will see you guys next time. Mexicana Americana out. Bye!